Your name was would it still be pronounced Ely?
Almost. You got like a minute, so you're good.
Look, we're on TV. The old TV.
I think I might do that.
Call the roll.
Ely. Present.
Godwin,
Here.
Norris,
Here.
Rogers,
Here.
Schmidt,
Here.
Whitaker,
Here.
Brown.
I get everyone to stand for the pledge.
I'm here too.
I think she had you last. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Evening, everyone. Council members, you were mailed out the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections? If not, they will stand approved as mailed out. Approval of the current financial report that was sent out. I'll take a motion to approve that. So moved. Moved by Mr. Godwin to approve the financial report. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Approval of the agenda. We have a couple corrections to make on the number one ordinance. We have a we need to add in purchasing of a fire truck. You have that dollar amount? The $1,129,849 even. And then there is also a need for two executive sessions. The first executive session will be for the consideration, appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official. And then the second one is a conference with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are subject and pending court action.
Move to approve the agenda as amended.
Been moved by Mr. Schmidt to approve the agenda as amended. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris.
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt.
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Okay, next we will move on to public hearing. Anyone would like to come up to the podium and speak? We would state your name and address and keep it to a minimum 5 minutes.
Hi, good evening. Andy Roberts, 527 Marquez Avenue, Greenville. I love council meetings, number one, because we get a chance to hear from you, and you also get a chance to hear from us. This week, the Office of the Bishop on Marquez sent out some emails to City Council, and one of the emails I'd like to address tonight, we're getting ready to enter into the end of the year, which is when we do our budgeting for the city, and you get ready to make decisions. And one of the decisions that I believe I would like for you to consider and to think about and to start discussing is body cameras for our police officers. As far as I know, most law enforcement agencies, I'm talking about city, not villages in particular, but cities, most of them, I believe, have gone to body cameras, and there are many reasons, good reasons why. It's and if you read the letter that was sent out, Bishop went into a lot of great details about it, but it brings accountability, it brings transparency, is to protect our officers as well as our citizens. So I would like to encourage City Council to begin to think about equipping our local police department. We were told this week that they do not have body cameras, and we always thought they did. So when we requested some videos of what happened under the bridge a few weeks ago, we were told that there was no video. And I don't even know if you are even aware, but there is money that has been allocated by the governor's office. September of 2021, there was $5 million that was put aside just for that cause by itself. I don't know if the city applied for anything. I don't know if you can answer that. I don't know if they have or if they haven't. I don't understand why they wouldn't. I don't know if there was an expiration date on that. If there was, I'm sure there's money available if we just go trying to find it. So I just wanted to encourage the council to look into this, not only on behalf of the citizens of Greenville, but also on behalf of our police officers, is to protect everybody. And because you never know what's going to happen, not, in the years to come. So I think it would be very vital that you look into investing in our community. I believe our officers are, they are well worth the money, and our people are too. So do you have any questions for me? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else like to come before council? All right, moving on to administration reports. Our mayor is out tonight, a little under the weather. Hope mayor gets feeling better. Safety Service Director, Ryan Delk.
Thank you, Mr. President. A few things for the night. Holiday Horse Parade is this Saturday at 7 p.m. downtown. It's going to be cold, but good festivities. Sounds like there's going to be a lot of horses entered in it and pedestrians out there. So everyone stay safe and enjoy the welcoming Christmas to Greenville, Ohio. It's always a great event, and we appreciate all those that do all the hard work to put that on. Some projects and kind of where we stand with them. So currently our sidewalk program is in the hands of our engineering firm. So they're currently putting together cost estimates per household so that our next step then will be to decide how we want to proceed with that and send letters out to all the residents that would be affected. I hope to have something back from them within the next month. Our YOLO Park restrooms is currently in the design phase. The plan is to bid that out mid-January so that we can stay on schedule to have those open by late May to have them for the summer downtown. As I said before, once we get those accomplished, those will be like YOLO Park restrooms. It'll be downtown community restrooms that'll be open all year round. We will have time lock doors on them, so they'll have some restricted hours, but that's one of the things to help out the downtown area and with events, so they don't have to bring in as many portable items. They can use those, and I think it's going to be a great addition to downtown. Our North Ohio Street project that we bid and awarded to Broomball Construction. I met with Broomball last week, so they're kind of finalizing some parts and supplies for it, as we seem to discuss every month. Supplies are hard to come by, materials, so they're waiting on some lead times on some things. They're hopeful that they can potentially start mid-February to get it wrapped up early summer. I think the only caveat to that is the traffic light is probably like 18 months out. So they'll do everything and set everything up. So then once the traffic light parts come in, they can do that portion of it. And then they were also awarded our water transmission main down 502 coming into town that we're under the same restraints. They're hoping to be able to start that maybe next September timeframe. Again, we're going to wait and see how materials come in. Next council meeting, I will have some information on the proposed water tower, the engineering side of things and the loan that we're going to try to go after to get that water tower built. So once we do that, we get on a list for the EPA, a nomination. So step one will be to nominate us for the engineering side of things. That'll take a while to get engineered, and then step two will be to bid out the water tower. Fire truck was ordered yesterday, the wire transfer. So in 31 weeks, we'll see a new fire truck, it sounds like. 31 months. See, I get that. Maybe, you never know. 31 months.
Fires in the meantime.
Yeah. Schweitzer Street, so that's a project we've talked about a few different times. We applied for transportation alternatives back last summer and did not receive any funding. There's a new funding stream coming that's due, a grant that is due January 31st. So right now I'm working on putting a presentation together to apply for that grant. It's called a safety grant. If we would receive it, we could receive anywhere from $2 to $5 million. And we would be responsible for 10%. So that's our goal, is to be on the high side there. We'll see how that goes. Once we would get through that grant application process, they would award us in April, and then we wouldn't see construction till summer of 2024. But so that's something I'm currently working on as well. And then last but not least, you'll see down here item number 4, that contract with Choice One for the water transmission. So what that is an oversight. So they come in and they're going to help us. Since it's such a large project and we're dealing with 24-inch pipe that's massive in the water line industry, they're going to help us with inspections and keeping the job moving in the right direction. We currently, whenever we do a water line project, we do that with our own employees out at the plant, but it's just too big of a project and would take too much of our time to handle that ourselves. So what that's going to do is they're going to oversee a lot of the jobs and a lot of the technical aspects when it comes to that 502 transmission line. And with that, I will answer any questions and I will pass.
All right, thank you, Mr. Safety Service Director. Moving on to Wall Director, Mr. Freeman.
Yeah, so I'll obviously have some questions or comments during executive session, but this time we'll just answer any questions that anyone has.
Nope. Okay, move on to auditor. Actor, deputy auditor, I guess, tonight.
I just wanted to make everybody aware that yesterday when we did close on the fire truck, that new supplemental, it's for posting purposes only. So we signed all the paperwork with the bank and we need to show the posting as a revenue and an expense for our audit, obviously. So that supplemental is for posting purposes only. I'll have any questions, and otherwise I'll pass.
Any questions for deputy auditor? And I know Roxanne's a little under the weather also, so Roxanne, get feeling better. Moving on to committee reports, we have a financial committee report to be considered for electing it, I guess. Go ahead.
To Greenville City Council from the Finance Committee. The Finance Committee met to discuss the 2-on-1 helpline. It is our recommendation to give $2,000 towards this project for 2022 out of the community funds line. Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, Doug Schmidt, Chairman, Jeff Whitaker, Vice Chairman, and Leanne Rogers, Member.
Need a motion to accept the committee report?
Yes. Are you making that?
Yes.
And move to accept the committee report from Mr. Godwin. Discussion. Call the roll.
Neely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Okay, and then with that said, we need to add under ordinance and resolutions a number 5 for that. And is that a resolution? Okay. I'll take a motion to amend the
Motion
agenda.
to amend the agenda and add number 5.
Any discussion on that? Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. Okay, moving on to ordinances and resolutions. Number one is a supplemental ordinance.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2022. This supplemental ordinance allows for appropriations in the general fund, park fund, and police pension fund, and the sum as follows. Transfers elected auditor and treasurer in the amount of $35,050. These funds are needed for transfer to park fund and police pension fund. Community Events Council in the amount of $3,320. These funds are needed to cover scheduled community events through December 31st, 2022. Salaries, Police Department in the amount of $120,000. These funds are needed to cover salaries through December 31st, 2022. Travel and Education Fire Department in the amount of $3,000. These funds are needed for tuition and books for 3 personnel to attend St. Clair Community College for the Fire Safety Inspector course in January. Professional Services City Building in the amount of $4,900. These funds are needed to cover cleaning services for the city building through December 31st, 2022. Utilities Park in the amount of $7,650. These funds are needed to cover park utilities through December 31st, 2022. Employee Retirement Police Pension in the amount of $27,400. These funds are needed to cover employee retirement contributions through December 31st, 2022. Fire new equipment CIP in the amount of $1,129,849. These funds are needed for the purchase of a new fire truck and were provided by a lease purchase agreement with Greenville National Bank.
Make a motion to suspend the rules in this ordinance and read it by title only, second, and third time.
Been moved by Mr. Godwin to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second, third reading by title only. Discussion. Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2022. An ordinance to make additional appropriations for current expenses and other expenditures of the city of Greenville, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2022.
You have to adopt the ordinance.
Moved by Mr. Rogers to adopt the ordinance. Discussion. Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. See, number two, we have an ordinance, transfer ordinance.
An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville. This transfer ordinance allows for appropriations in the waterworks system revenue and the sum as follows. $8,000 from salaries, waterworks system revenue to salary/department head waterworks system revenue. This transfer is needed to cover department head salaries through December 31st, 2022.
To suspend the rules, give this second, and third reading by title.
Moved by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this ordinance second through reading by title only. Discussion. Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville. An ordinance for the transfer of funds among the appropriations of the various funds of the city of Greenville.
Move to adopt. Moved by Mr. Whitaker to adopt the ordinance. Discussion. Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. Okay, moving on to number three, a resolution canceling the promissory notes and releasing mortgages for fully paid accounts.
A resolution canceling the promissory notes and releasing mortgages for fully paid accounts. This resolution cancels the promissory notes and releases the mortgage for Tommy and Becky Dersham for a property located at 105 Sharp Lane, Greenville, Ohio.
Move to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only.
Been moved by Mr. Schmidt to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion. Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Resolution canceling the promissory notes and releasing mortgages for fully paid accounts. Resolution canceling the promissory notes and releasing mortgages for fully paid accounts.
Motion to adopt.
Been moved by Mr. Godwin to adopt a resolution. Discussion. Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. Okay, moving on to number 4, a resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into a contract with Choice One for water transmission.
A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into contract with Choice One Engineering for professional services related to water transmission main replacement. This resolution authorizes the safety service director to enter into contract with Choice One Engineering for the rendering of professional services related to the South Water Transmission Main Replacement Construction Observation Project.
Move to suspend the rules of this resolution, second, reading by title only.
Been moved by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll?
Neely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into contract with Choice One Engineering for professional services related to water transmission main replacement. A resolution authorizing the safety service director to enter into contract with Choice One Engineering for professional services related to water transmission main replacement.
Move to adopt. Moved by Mr. Whitaker to adopt this resolution. Discussion? Call the roll?
Neely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Okay, next we have a resolution authorizing financial assistance and support of the endeavors and pursuits of this of certain community-based entities.
A resolution authorizing financial assistance in support of the endeavors and pursuits of certain community-based entities. This resolution authorizes financial assistance to community-based entities as follows. Dark County United Way in the amount of $2,000.
Move to suspend the rules on this resolution, give it second, third reading by title only.
Moved by Mr. Rogers to suspend the rules, give this resolution second, third reading by title only. Discussion? Call the roll?
Neely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing financial assistance in support of the endeavors and pursuits of certain community-based entities. A resolution authorizing financial assistance in support of the endeavors and pursuits of certain community-based entities.
Move to adopt.
Been moved by Mr. Brown to adopt this resolution. Discussion? Call the roll?
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
Yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers.
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
All right, that completes our ordinances and resolutions. Moving on to new business. We have none. We have no old business. Council representing outside committees, Community Action Partnership Report.
I want to report that I attended 2 board meetings. One was for the local Community Action Partnership here in Greenville. And then I also was invited to become a representative to the main office, which is the Miami Valley Community Action Partnerships. So I've attended 2 board meetings, was scheduled to go on a tour of all the facilities that they take care of. And unfortunately, that tour was canceled and to be rescheduled at a later date. They are ongoing with all their projects. And if you go to their website, you can see a list. One that will be of particular attention for our community is helping with heating bills. There is a program and funds are available, but that requires application and verification of income and all of that. So there are programs, to help out. As we all know, utility bills keep creeping up. And with that, I will pass.
All right, thank you, Dolores. Communications.
We received the monthly reports of October from the street department and the fire department.
Okay. All council or executive?
Usually we do call it council
Let's
first.
go call council and then we're adjourned to executive session.
Ely,
I will pass at this time.
Godwin,
Pass.
Norris,
I'll pass.
Rogers,
I was gonna ask Ryan a question and I don't, it just skipped my mind. Oh, I know what it was. Here is the aggregate on gas. Is that Spire
Constellation.
Constellation?
Mhm.
Well, Spire's got mine, so that's the reason I was asking.
Schmidt,
I wanted to just speak real quickly about the the Christmas tree, I know we have, a lot more we'll probably talk about next meeting once everything's lit up, but this year it has a little bit more meaning to me. The tree come out of my in-laws' yard. So Rhonda and Randall Bowman, I just wanted to thank them publicly for doing that and making that happen this year. So, and with that, I will pass.
Whitaker,
Yeah, I too wanted to thank them. I went to the setting up of that tree yesterday. That was quite an endeavor. And, you know, if you haven't seen watched them do it, it's quite amazing what goes into that. But all said, it was done very efficiently. I think they had it all set up inside of a half an hour.
Oh, wow.
Put in that hole from way up above, and it's pretty incredible to watch that. And I wanted to thank the street department for all they do in that. And also in setting up the Christmas lights. And with that, I want to invite everybody to come to the lighting of the community tree on Saturday night after the horse parade. And it's going to be a little bit cooler weather than it was last year. But it's going to, as long as it's not raining, it'll be a nice parade. Put that at that.
Brown,
Mr. Council President, I wanted to ask, reference our committee assignment. We were to meet with the Dark County Visitors Bureau as well as Main Street Greenville. And I just wasn't sure if we should ask for the withdrawal of the Dark County Visitors Bureau, being that they were stepping back.
Yeah, with their current status of dividing that back up, I think that committee assignment can be dismissed.
Okay, do you still want to meet with Main Street then again, just to see, or?
I don't think at this time
Don't
that's
need to.
necessary.
Yeah, thank you. On the Christmas tree thing, that was really, I got to see the video of that. That was really neat to see it come over was it the light pole or the fixture? So that was really cool. So I thought that was a great job by everybody. Looking forward to the horse parade and the tree lighting. So with that, I pass.
President Baumgartner,
I will pass. I will entertain a motion to rise to executive session.
So
Moved by Mr. Rogers. We move to executive session. Call the roll.
Ely,
Yes.
Godwin,
yes.
Norris,
Yes.
Rogers,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Okay, if I could get everyone to ask you removed